Hello, here we are on Tombstones. We're on part 3 of question mark of the grab bag event, Team 1 ANS, Team 2 OSP. Now how this works is Team 1 gives Team 2 all their fleets, and Team 2 gives Team 1 all of their fleets. So ostensibly, no one player should know more than one and maybe two fleets of what's being brought to the party. Players are not to reveal their fleets in the lobby, they just grab it and load. So people don't really know what they got until they're dropping down. And here we are too, we're dropping down with the OSP. We got Bullseye 100mm monitor. Okay, that does not fill me with confidence. Looks like we got two of them here flying together. Okay, so one Bullseye 100, one Plasma 100. We got more Plasma 100, more Plasma 100. Alright, it's a lot of monitors. Drams has two Plasma Broadside bulk freighters and two 250 100mm monitors. That's a little silly. Uncle Parker has, oh my, two Obelisk S bulk freighters with half plasma, half 100mm. Of course, they're using the pontoon boat style. And these are triple threats. They got 250s on the roof. It's not anywhere near as good as it used to be since the 250 cannon that can fit in the slots got nerfed, but that's okay. It's still possible. It's still reasonable to bring to the grab bag event, I think. One rocket shuttle and two naked shuttles. Vastal has a, oh my god, is this a revolver bulk freighter? Oh yeah. That's exactly what that is. And then one obelisk, traditional obelisk plasma 100. One MMT. One gun shuttle. Internet Explorer. Two fighting Vauxhalls. And one beam destroyer. Alright. That's expensive. Don't see that combo very often. Scalord has a 450 Axford with point defense. Actually, were those, is that point defense or wing mounts? Okay, so it's both.
It's the coward's 120 Axford, where you only do two 120s rather than the correct four 120s because you want point defense.
I'm surprised. A lot of these fleets do not seem as silly as I expected.
This is
And we
aggressively normal.
have, can I finish going through the fleets? Thank you. Scalard has a bunch of capping sprinters, torpedoes, and Mark 61s, shuttle scuttles. Okay, so that's Dramus' fleet. Yeah, they're across from each other. One nearly naked sprinter. Vryn and Snipes both have triple Vauxhalls. Vryn's has half defender, half rebound PD, and soft kill. And Snipes has all defender PD. So the ANS team looking pretty light tonnage-wise, which is unfortunate because OSP has a ton of plasma. Plasma 100 is still effective versus Vauxhalls, but they are. There's a lot of DPS out of these. Not as much as a beam destroyer. Do have the DACA. Both teams really have the DACA. Everybody's capped their naturals and they're about to start fighting over Alpha.
8 Vauxhalls in a blob, that is a lot of guns.
Yes. And then Torps and Beam. That is one dead shuttle. You're going to have to try to cap the point with way more than that. Of course, this time OSP doesn't really have much in the way of capping ships. Scalard's got caps on ANS.
4 fleets of Plasma 100 versus 3 fleets of gun Vauxhalls and a few cap corps. Like, this is just like a normal game of Nebulous.
This looks like a pub match. Yeah, it really does.
Rep MMT.
The Vauxhalls look like they're all pushing together pretty hard.
There's only 2 bullseyes in these Vauxhalls. Only IE3 has bullseyes, so a lot of these have got like weirdly short lock range.
God. If these Vauxhalls stay together like this, they're just going to be able to tear OSP fleets apart.
MT is dead.
Of course, they need to all fire at the same target. Which they're not doing right now. They're splitting their fire between two bulk freighters. One's going for the revolver, and one's going for the
they figured it out.
plasma.
Yeah, everyone's masking from Juramus and shooting at Vastal.
Wow.
Who is wedged on the rock and
Yeah,
cannot
he's
just accelerate
stuck.
away.
He can't rotate now. This is a revolver ship. It needs to spin.
No.
Yeah, he's getting out of there. Honestly, the burst fire from the revolver is like almost non-existent compared to the continuous fire from this many Vauxhalls.
Oh, yes.
Last 3 of them coming up now. Immense are going to be a bit of a problem.
It's getting behind cover, though. It's going to be able to repair up a little bit. But yeah, that's a lot of damage for basically free. Those Vauxhalls. I think one of the berthings got yellowed, and that's it.
ANS gets A with
Good
a
damage
crap
down
Nice play from Scalod, who I think is still a blue, so
I think so, too.
good opportunistic cap there.
Yeah,
And
OSP didn't have
OSP is
anything down here.
all balled up behind this big wall, like...
Yeah, this is, speaking of looking like a pub game, this is a very pub strategy of tactical clump in a really bad spot. Not sure why these people are doing it. They should know better.
I think it's just a pretty natural case of we haven't got any scouts, we haven't got any cappers, and then we all just kind of don't get out of spawn because the fight starts too early, so everyone's just kind of piled up trying to address these Vauxhalls.
250 AP absolutely destroying one monitor. They're switching to the next one.
And it's dead.
Man. Yeah. This is gonna be, I think this is gonna be unlike the other games and wind up being extremely one-sided, because turns out a shitload of Vauxhalls is really, really good.
Normally I'd bet on 2 Plasma Valkas versus 3, maybe 2 Vauxhalls on a knife fight, but 8? They just kind of look at you and you die.
Yeah, that is the problem. BY, if beams weren't so overwhelming, I think Vauxhalls would be coming up in Balcon much more.
Okay, but with this you get the maneuverability and speed.
Oh, that's got spinning going back.
Oh man, Bulk Freighter coming
Doesn't
back,
do anything.
dumping very little damage on this Vauxhall. It's much
That
258
isn't
AP and all of it's getting bounced.
They're doing a good job angling the Vauxhalls.
Oh, this
Yeah, pointing
poor
those
Valka,
toward
look at this
target.
thing. You think you can spam 250? Wait until you see us spam 250.
And Vastal doesn't know how to fly this thing, I don't think, so he's trying to get out of there, but he's just gonna take so much damage.
I mean, it's hard to fly this thing against this much 8-kilometer range firepower.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like you don't want to be engaging this with anything. Actually, you just kind of want to leave. But OSP is fighting it because they don't have the agility to leave. They got a few bulk freighters, but they got a lot of monitors too.
No MDs either, so you can't just go, okay, if you keep pushing, I'm gonna keep taxing your 250 turrets.
Where do you think they should have holed up instead of here?
Honestly, they're not having a great time, but there should be a fleet, like, I can't point on the map. Mazer, let me point on the map as a spectator. Like, literally on the opposite side from the Vauxhall Ball, there should just be a bulk around here killing all the small stuff. But honestly, they're in a really hard spot just because of fleet comp.
What you do when someone does this is you spawn in, you put your fleets, and you get your like kind of everywhere set up. You detect that with scouts, which unfortunately they weren't able to do, or you discover it when you start getting shot at. And you go, oh, that's a lot of gunfire. It's time to just leave, and you just walk away, which is pretty easy to do. You can do this with bulk freighters very, very easily. You just hit the move button and go the other direction, and you can escape the Vauxhall Bob. And they haven't done this. They're trying to fight it, trying to hold this point instead of rotating around the map and capping. And that's going to result in them being trapped in the spawn and getting absolutely torn to shreds.
Yeah, this coordinated Vauxhall push was really good. I think you're gonna start seeing it breaking up a little bit now as like people stop. Like they went, okay, put all the voxels down, push to D. Once they've pushed to D and done that shit, they were gonna start kind of drifting apart a bit, and maybe there'll be some more even fights.
Yeah.
But until like more than one Vauxhall is stuck in the back, they can't really do anything here because they're too spread out.
The heavy
Does the
cruiser
effect-
hasn't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, go ahead.
The heavy cruiser and Tombstone haven't really moved much. They're kind of just guarding A.
Yeah, this is fine.
Slate cost.
I mean, Ennis is doing the smart thing here, and they've got stuff either guarding points or sitting next to points, ready to take them back if they lose them.
And the Vauxhalls can just fly around and kill everything.
Oh, Jeremus gets gone on. Does have Bulkers backing him up, so they may take some damage here, but I don't think it'll be much.
Yeah, I think they're gonna
Yeah,
lose one of the
that's what I was
Vauxhalls, and then they're gonna kill 2 or 3 or 4 of the Bulkers. Is how this is gonna go.
I see they're using grape shot on the box that they're shooting at. Is that
People keep
What does
I
that
keep
help
getting
us?
people to say do this, so maybe there's a trick to it, but I do not. I think if you've got plasma, just use Hexy. Because the benefit of the grape shot is crits, so unless you're hitting the engine, you're like, what, are you gonna put one crit on one 250 turret? Just blow it out.
right?
Just blow it out with Hexy. Which they are now doing, I think. Yeah. Grape shot is unloaded. They just had the grape shot loaded because small stuff. Yeah, A3 loses a Vox, or at least most of the important parts of the Vox.
Right, now the Vauxhalls have started dodging. They're not dodging enough.
They're
Also
switching
being
fire to
very strange
Vassal
about
in
their
the back.
target priority. Yeah, what is this? No,
I
shoot
mean,
the the obelisk. What are y'all doing?
Is this... This is a revolver IE3 is in the match. We have been reminded that revolvers are scary. Is what's happening here?
That's a distinct possibility, actually, because usually when Internet Explorer is running one of these, it just dishes out the damage, but NASA doesn't have the micro for that, which, I mean, it's understandable. I'm pretty sure Internet Explorer is the only person playing the game right now who has the micro to fly revolvers properly.
One Dolka looks like it's pretty much out. It's down to like one
Man,
plasma
keep
gun and
switching targets.
EP20s. What is this? It's a Bulker. You gotta kill him.
Well, unfortunately, instead of just obliterating everything, the Vauxhalls have chosen to lose.
Why are they leaving? Why are they leaving? Go! Around the corner! Oh, there we go. They figured it out.
Yeah,
Wow.
they're getting shocked by all this fire, and they're getting spread apart. Now they're gonna get taken apart.
The cohesion
They-
is breaking up
They
once the fight
keep
starts.
switching targets.
They have
don't
done a
have
lot
good
of damage,
leadership.
though.
Yeah, it's a lot of raw damage, but they're not putting anything down, and they're not reducing the
Okay.
combat capacity of much.
I think this is the best thing they could possibly be splitting fire everywhere on, though, because at least they're killing turrets. Like, Vastal's bulkers can't really shoot anymore. One of Jeremus' bulkers can't really shoot anymore. They just need to, like, reduce these last few plasma bulkers.
Yeah,
They still got 5 voxels.
She...
Like, they're not that bad, and the plasma count has gone down a lot. It's just this one, the Cap Trafalgar, that
Yeah.
really needs to die.
Trafalgar's just now coming
All right.
down.
Let's see what's going on the rest of that. Looks like OSP is trying to get a cap onto Alpha. They've got some monitors. Those Plasma 100 monitors coming up under the point. There are just one beam destroyers pointed at the Alpha point, so that's not going to last. They're going to get up there and get beamed immediately. Although this angle's kind of bad, so he might struggle to get that off. He might also be too busy dealing with the Vauxhall micro to manage that, but who knows? Man's micro control is very high, so is his map awareness.
Needs to switch fire off of Vassal.
How
Okay,
many-
Vassal's dead.
How many restores is it good to have on the Vauxhall usually?
You can go pretty low. I've seen ones that run with 2, but like 2 to 4 is normal. Unless
Okay.
you're Dragon, who runs like 1 billion, but he does that with him.
I feel like the bulk freighters made the best of what they had here. You know?
That was good. They got the fleet together and they were like, okay, we're gonna fight them here, and if you're gonna
Yeah.
fight them here, do it with everybody, which they did.
Mhm.
But they lost. Vastal's bulkers are no factor. Doremus is down to 1.2. Mungo Parker is got two scary ships here, but if they like all pile on him, he's gonna die. But okay, they stopped splitting
They're
fire on
firing
Vastal.
on something that's dead.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this armada, but they were
Armada
doing
is-
really well until they got shot, and then things like Miss said earlier, the unit cohesion just fell through the floor.
Yeah.
It's very unfortunate.
Target.
I mean, I think they still take this personally, unless Mungo Parker manages to just like salvo a whole bunch, but they still got 5 ships. One of them's off shooting at Doremus for some reason, but 4 of them have figured out how to play the game, and are now just mauling this thing.
Beam
They need
destroyers
to get the guns gone.
back on Alpha and is mowing down the ships that went to cap it. One of the MNs is gonna try to get behind it and blast it, but I don't think that's gonna.
There's
go
an
very
Axford there, they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Mongo with the actual obelisks is just killing here, and they're all falling back. No, throw the dead in front of you, soak the bullets, push.
Yeah, that would have been the smart thing to do, but Plasma 100 scary, so everybody ran.
I mean, also they do have 3 cap.
Yeah, true. But they had a really fantastic strategic position. They could have absolutely crushed this fleet.
Yeah. They made better use of that.
That's
Vastal
what
out,
we need to be
Doremus
doing.
out. 3 bulkers left versus 1, 2, 3. 3 intact Vauxhalls, 2 kind of fucked, 3 kind of fucked Vauxhalls, and 2 dead ones. Honestly, this is anyone's game. I think the Vauxhalls might take it against just Mungo, because Doremus' other bulker is leaving. No, it's in there. It's just a very similar color.
I like this game. It's it's not really like it's going very back and forth, and you're not quite sure who's going to win yet. It could.
Something I haven't had to
either
do in
one.
a while is judge a game where like everyone just ran into each other.
Yeah.
Getting burnt down, they're
when you go. Sorry.
not managing to kill these bulkers. Aggression's gone. The Vauxhall captain's curse of I'm being shot, therefore I must be doing something incredibly wrong and leaving.
Yeah. These things are actually
I mean, I
pretty
play
tanky. What they are, you can definitely survive getting shot at for a while. This is a bit foolish.
Yeah,
Only thing you
Snipes
really
and
gotta be
Bren's
afraid
last
of
2
is
intact
450.
CLs are just in the back, not contributing. This is not what
It's
I
a
need.
big problem, yeah, with this formation breaking up. It's a pretty strong morale victory for the OSP there. I mean, they lost a lot of ships, lost a lot of combat capability, but they're going to be able to repair a lot of that back.
B point. I was watching this a while ago. Yep.
it's just
I remember I was gonna comment, but yeah, it just got zapped by the tool vet.
Sulk Lord's doing a good job, like guarding a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, they told him to hold the back line. He's holding the back line.
Oh yeah.
IE3 can't beam this guy yet, so just get some free hits on the beam.
Their MN
This is a
comes up
great
to
game.
eat some fire, and it's going to be eating a lot of AP.
They're shooting it instead of the bulkers, which are giant and squishy and have loads of turrets you can just take off.
Looks like Crow's making another push for A, maybe?
Yeah, I don't...
Yep, Mungo's coming back with his other bulker. Low health on these turrets, they are getting taken out. Down to 2 of each type.
I really like Mungo's bulk traders. They have the 250s on the top.
Yeah, they're the scariest ones here. Yeah, target priority is always obelisks, then 100, then other kinds of guns, because they presumably plasma you enough by then that killing the rest of the plasma doesn't matter that much.
Must be starting to YOLO things onto Alpha, but
Beam.
I don't think that's gonna do anything. There does happen to be the
Okay.
incredible power of laser.
The last two fighting Vauxhalls, which haven't been ripped to shreds, are starting to take some hits, but so oh, there's a third one. I3 has one up here. Yeah, I think they
And
still win this.
these Vauxhalls are
It's
really strung out, and their fire isn't concentrated, but the bulk freighter fire is concentrated.
Yeah, but these bulkers they're gonna start losing turrets if any of them stick their heads out.
Yeah. Should.
This is just stalemated around the rock. Jeremus, that bulker's a corpse. Beam, gets that off.
Alpha cap and a dead monitor here in a second.
Yeah, pretty sure there's just stalemates on. Not enough Vauxhalls are dead for the bulkers to go anywhere. Not enough bulkers are dead for the Vauxhalls to go anywhere, and then ANS wins the rest of the map, regardless of how this fight goes.
Yep. That's what it looks like.
I3 has one Vauxhall just kind of taking it, because they're still shooting this MN for some reason, despite it contributing like 0 goddamn damage. There we go. That was very weird.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to chalk this up to Iranian snipes have apparently, based on this, not played Vauxhalls meaningfully before.
I can see why that formation broke up. That's a pretty like if you're gonna run a huge formation into a huge formation, you need someone to call it, because otherwise everyone like someone tries to go backwards, someone tries to go forwards.
Yeah, you do need the teamwork, and there might not have been any. That's the problem.
This kind of like big battle line versus big battle line max fleet brawling stuff is something nobody really does these days, other than like the double axe for call your shots and shoot them from 10 kilometers away stuff. So it's interesting to see this happening at a range where both people can shoot each other. This is the true Jutland gaming.
It's actually 250 and plasma 100, not 450 v 450.
Yeah, it's Jutland. You haven't got the range. Would only be more Jutland if one of these Vauxhalls had a bunch of torps on the back that it tries to shoot. Bulkers, yeah, looks like we got a bunch of smoking wrecks, and then
Should the Vauxhalls have pressed forward when they initially just ran into them there?
yeah, before the other 4 and then the other 2 further back could come up to reinforce, they could have overrun 2 of them. But despite some slightly weird formations, the Bulkers ended up doing something pretty similar.
SP did get the alpha cap off during all that.
Oh shit!
Is that so the bulkers can't go behind the rock and like reload and stuff?
Also, you
Or-
just need to keep shooting one of them till it falls over, then shoot the next one, then shoot the next one, and you can't do
Yeah.
that if they're constantly ducking.
They have enough. Bulkers tend to carry enough restores that can at least get things up and running again.
That's why you shoot them
Very
until they
nimble.
die, because if they back off,
Yeah.
they can repair. If they're constantly under fire, they can't meaningfully repair.
Hey there.
Hello.
Oh, hi all.
How y'all
That was
doing?
An extremely loud introduction.
Slightly drunk, but otherwise good.
Alright, gonna turn that way down.
It's
And
good to
eyeball
see
down. Eyeball is loud.
You too.
They have 1.5 functional bulkers, and they're all very orange. So I think whoever decides they want to go around this corner and clean up is going to clean up.
They did
Yeah.
well,
The
though.
enemy is securing Zone Atlas.
Oof.
There goes
Are we on the
Jeremus'
fleet
last
trading
one.
fight night?
Yes.
You joined for the most
Nice.
normal game we've had yet. It's a bunch of Vauxhalls
Look
that
at
are all
how many
perfectly normal versus a bunch of bulkers that are all perfectly normal.
Wow.
I
Oh,
heard-
man. There's holy shit.
Yeah, there's 8
Vauxhalls?
Vauxhalls. Yeah.
Yeah, they all
Listen.
ran into all of the bulkers over here.
Listen, Vauxhall best boat in the goddamn game.
Well, they won
I
after a
need
bit
to
of like,
play more.
yeah, did we push them?
Alright, looks like
Nope.
ANS is back on the Alpha Cap attempt. There's a monitor trying to deny it.
That beam has
The
been doing
sprinters
work.
need to get it on.
Beam DD is fine. Also, like, even if all of these Vauxhalls got murdered somehow, there's still an Axford down here that's fine and could just come up and kill her.
Yeah. He's
Yeah,
just been
it's
sitting there the whole game.
Something
just
else
getting
is ANS has received damage on about half their fleet, and they've killed about half the OSP fleet and damaged the other half, so it's pretty dang one-sided here.
Yep, ANS stomp on sheer high explosive firepower.
The OSP did kind of have a little bit of a comeback there at the middle.
Yeah.
But not enough.
I mean, the Vauxhalls hit the Bulker line, kind of messed about for a bit, but then the Bulkers didn't move as a unit either. Some of them got shot a bit, and it just kind of... The second half of the fight was slower, but I wouldn't say it was going to go any other way.
The enemy is
Yeah.
securing zone dagger.
And
Yeah.
now they can finally kill this monitor that's been out there absorbing so much fire this whole time.
When I read about the fight night, I thought we would be seeing all these like, I don't know, nutty things like rocket Ocellos and like 600mm cannon, like spam, like just nutty stuff. I'm surprised that most of these ships are like not exceptionally crazy.
I don't think there's a single weird creature in this match.
Yeah,
This is all just like some normal stuff you would find in a game of Nebulous.
yeah.
That's
The most out
kind
of
the point.
order decision in this entire match is this DD that has some stone walls.
The DD that has stone walls.
Everything else is normal.
Yeah.
In this game.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, game's over.
Yep.
Damn, 20,000 on that
Oh,
destroyer, 20,000 on the
Jesus.
Vauxhall.
20k.
That's 8 Vauxhalls.
That's gorgeous. Oh, goodness.
Was it planned that they gave us all CL fleets?
No,
Nope.
of course it was not. Why would we do that to ourselves?
I am deeply in shock. Cause
That's the real Jutland gaming. Forget all of this like 11 km fire stuff. Just run people into each other at 8 km.
We were all given anti-capital fleets, and they brought Vauxhalls all of them.
They didn't really dodge you. You killed a lot of Vauxhalls. It was just too much HE spam.
Well, you killed
You
a
did the best
Vauxhall.
what you could.
Okay, you messed up a lot of Vauxhalls.
mine was basically mission.
Well, you reduced 2 Vauxhalls to no offensive ability, but you didn't kill any of them. Because they're
I was limited to
Vauxhalls.
grape because I didn't have HEHC.
Ooh, yikes.
You only had
Oh,
grape?
no.
Oh.
Not good.
The
Oh
the
my.
Captain Fog coming in
You
did
had
pretty well,
no
actually.
Oh yeah, there's no HEAC.
Alright. Well, that was certainly one of the games of all time. It's funny, that was actually, like Miss said earlier, a very normal, average game of Nebulous. Like, that could have been a pub match easily, especially with some of the lack of coordination. Some of the coordination was really good. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I was a big fan of that. If you want to participate in weird games like this, come on down to the Discord. Got a link in the description. If you are interested in more serious games, that's what we do most of the time. We take the weekend times to be silly and have fun as a group, instead of doing the usual competitive stack v stack gaming. Of course, I'm sure we'll get back to the competitive stuff on the weekends at some point. But right now we're taking a break from all that and doing the silly matches. I hope you enjoyed. I hope those of you who wanted to come but were not able to due to scheduling issues have watched this, experienced it, and enjoyed through proxy. I don't know if we're going to have enough for the next lobby. We'll see. Whether I see you here, whether I see you there, I'll always see you in the battle space. Good night, dear viewer.